Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was sold. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away. Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering how the world keeps on spinning, kinda scared of living when it unfolds. Hard to see the light when everything is dying, waiting for the clear. Thankful I'm alive, but terrified of dying. But hey, I'm still here. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful. Listen, I can see the light, but I can also see the bones decay. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm doing my best not to run away.
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. Be my night sky.
Hey, there we go. We're live. Bit of uncertainty there, but here we are. It's the World League Esports 10K tournament, and we're back for another day here on the Saturday of the lower bracket stages of the finals weekend. OG, Runshark White, pretty exciting one we have here for you today.
Yeah, eventually we found out that we were live. Always nice to know. But yeah, like you said, back at it again, lower bracket finals. After, do you think people have lived off the hype or have worn off the hype of yesterday's game, Bravado versus ATK, and what happened?
I mean, I haven't lived it off. My voice hasn't lived it off. I'm still reeling after that
Grab
one.
another glass of water, because I think we'll have another banger match on our hands. Yeah, yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. I watched map 2, and it was incredible to see the fight that Bravado put up. And
can I just know, Luda, you watched the stream without caster audio.
That's true.
How do you do me like that? Come on, you can't do your co-caster like that.
I didn't do my co-cast like that. I was doing myself, my guy. I was lo-fiing it out. I was prepping for work at 10 o'clock in the evening, which is not fantastic. But off of very little sleep, we are here. Omnius Gaming versus Runshark White. The maps that we are going to, for those that are here, Clubhouse, Oregon, and Coastline. I believe it's either the first or second time that we've seen Coastline throughout this entire tournament. It's the first time I will be casting Coastline. Should we head over to a map 3? But first, we have Clubhouse between these two teams. Now, if you recall, I think you said it was Raving Mad Gamers when we did the finals there. It was Clubhouse as well. It was also these two teams, OG and Runshark White. And I recall, I think before that, Runshark White got decimated on Clubhouse and experienced a similar result previously. Am I correct?
Yeah, so in the Raving Mad Gamers Grand Finals, we casted on my own channel 2 weeks ago, I believe, at this point. Well, OG, they just kind of finessed or thrashed or whatever word you want to call it, Runshark White. It was a 2-0, and the players were just having fun with it, let's be honest. Dr. Dropshot, he was just 360 no scope, one tapping, wall banging, and he was getting kills. And well, when you have a game like that, you can't you can't really do anything to stop him when he's in that mood. And talk about Dr. Dropshot. I want to highlight two players here. I mean, go Dr. Dropshot versus Newek, two of the really star and standout players for both of these teams, in my opinion, at least. Dr. Dropshot recently picking up the Hibana, as well as the Caveira, quite strangely enough, is actually his most played defensive operator. That should tell you how much of a snake this guy is.
That's quite sad. I don't like Caveira players. But for me, Caveira doesn't bring any utility to your operator lineup, but it just goes to show that if he's able to bring in Caveira and work with it, I guess not too much can be said about that. They don't need to lean too heavily into any sort of strategies, into too much utility being brought. They can just vibe with it should they choose to. And while we waffle, because of course this would not be
more graphics. We don't have to waffle. We can talk about the rosters.
Go for it. Let's hear it. I want to hear what your thoughts are on the rosters.
They're bringing out Dr. Dropshot, Hansi, Sandals, Ergo, and Kaiko. Hansi is actually subbing out for, I can't even remember the player. Cannibal? Yeah, he's subbing out for Cannibal. So having Sandals, come on, Hansi instead of Cannibal. There we go. And on the other side of the board, Runshark White bringing out Newek, Vlad, Dalfox, Patat, and Greedy. Accidentally moving the overlays. It's quite hard managing all of this at once, but basically, what I'm here to say is both of these teams, they're good, and we're looking forward to a great matchup here. As well, let's look at what the social vote is. Who do you guys think is winning this? Ludo, who do you have winning this game?
OG 2-0. No hesitation, OG 2-0.
Well, looks like that's what you guys think as well. 73% over for the side of OG.
That is incredible, yeah. They've put up an incredible performance thus far. We've casted a lot of their games, a lot of Runshark White games as well. I feel like if we don't see Newek and Dalfox popping off as they have done previously, then this should be a short affair between these two teams. I just wanted to put it out there. How many likes on a tweet do you think we need to get Dr. Dropshot to shorten his name, since we say it so much? I feel like it's some wasted
50
words.
likes and he'd change it?
50 likes. Okay,
he's not opposed to memes. Come on, we can get 50.
I might just put that out there. Yeah.
We can get 50.
50 likes on the tweet, we get Dr. Dropshot to change his name.
Esports,
to
get on it.
Monkey. Or, I don't know, you like the LaMonkey meme.
I like the LaMonkey,
but
and
I feel like there's still too many syllables. I need something like that's just shorter.
Monkey.
Monkey. Do you think so?
For anyone in chat that doesn't understand,
ape.og.
That would actually be pretty funny. For anyone that doesn't understand, the LaMonkey meme comes from me calling Dr. Dropshot LaMonkey because he swings each and every single angle like LaMonkey. This man has no chill. He doesn't know when to stand back, keep it going. No, he just gives into his primordial instincts and it works out for him. It's really as if he is an unstoppable force. It really is that he's just left really to absolutely clap people in a lobby when he's just playing like a monkey.
When he's just got the sheer mechanical skill to take any gunfight that he chooses. Could you not? Could you actually play into strategy and tactics and give me something to talk about aside from the godly aim that you're just putting on display for us?
That's the thing. They do have tactics as well. It's not like OG are a team that only focus on gun skill. We've seen this from the side of Bravado Gaming as well recently, where yes, they're good at gunfights. I mean, Bravado, they haven't lost a single map. They just keep going with the frags. They end most maps 7-2 just because when the gunfights come out, they win it out. OG really similar in that point of view, that being that they can win the gunfights, but they also got that tactical depth. When it comes to it, yes, they can set up a bomb site as an attacking side, mold it to what they want to do, and go for those collapses. It's not like it's just LaMonkey working out, but it's LaMonkey working out with the strat book that Coach Simp is getting for them ready.
It's like telling Shaiko just go entry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to bring back that head-to-head for the players because Dr. Dropshot at the moment has 1.5, 1.4 KD in this tournament, but I don't think that's telling enough because when Dr. Dropshot gets a kill, it's almost 100% of the time on the opening frag. When you're going 1.4 to 1 in the ratio there, that means 1.4 times out of 2, I guess. Is that how no, that's not how statistics work. That's not how that works. Basically what I'm saying is a lot of the times it's Dr. Dropshot that gives them these early advantages in the game. Compared to someone like Newek, who also, yes, plays the Ash, also goes for that entry frag kill, but he's more investing in the long term for his team. He plays the Aruni, he plays those passive operators that get more valuable as the rounds continue. So him having a 2.6 KD, it's also really big and telling of what is to come here for Runshark White, but I don't think it's as telling as Dr. Dropshot, even though Dropshots is a lower KD.
I literally, after saying that I find Kavera not viable in a comp stack, I got a very angry message from Astro.
Oh no.
Saying Kavera is always viable with some choice cuss words. No, I stand my ground. Kavera is not viable in any comp setup at a professional level. She does not bring any utility. She has an awful gun, and they nerfed her.
No, she doesn't.
Listen.
No, her guns are good. I can understand that you say she doesn't bring any utility or tactical depth to
Anybody
a team,
can bring
but
impact,
she brings good guns and impacts.
She brings, and her ability is generally not viable because they usually push in 2s or 3s. So when are you going to get the opportunity to interrogate
You think way too much of pro players.
That's what I base everything off of, yes.
I said this off to Olympus as well when we were talking about the Frost. He said, yes, Frost, she brings these mats, but it never really is utilized.
I disagree.
I say again, it's exactly like the Frost. You think way too much of these pro players. There are situations and positions where you just get caught off guard. It's as easy as that. You can't be in control of each and every single thing in each and every single round. Sometimes there's an oversight.
I can dream.
Yeah.
I can dream that. Okay. I can dream that this is top tier.
I mean, if South African players were able to make sure of everything, then we would be on the international stage by now.
That is fair. Okay, but still, I would rather run. Kavera, please, just give me this. Like I'm done. The silent step, okay. But the thing is, like, does he use Kavera for the abilities, for like what she brings, or does he just use her just because he clicked the randomize button? Ubisoft was like, you know what, you should play today. Let's see what you can do with Kavera. Just out of interest, stream peoples. We now have less people in the lobby than we had 10 minutes ago, which is phenomenal. That is an actual feat to behold. But no, Clubhouse is the very first map that tends to be, I don't know, OG tend to attack very well on this map. it's very strategy based. But as soon as the bomb sites are open, I think OG really come alive into the frag potential and the things they're able to do. So I would probably give Clubhouse to OG. Oregon, you like to call it the cement box. Like I said, 2-0. I would also give it to OG just because I feel like their raw gun skill and their sheer aggression that we've seen from them really pays off on these two maps. That being said, we did cast a game where OG became incredibly passive in terms of their gameplay and weren't pushing that aggression. I'm not sure which map it was. Do you think that type of OG we may see today again?
I hope people didn't hear the.
We love Kanye, yes we do.
Okay, so I was talking to the players in the chat, and Sandal said he can entertain chat for me while we're left here to waffle, and he just screamed into his mic in voice chat, and I think that was registered on stream. Yeah, you wouldn't have heard it because it goes through the stream thing. But anyway, Sandals, I hope you're proud of yourself.
I hate people.
Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought.
This happened to me on Xbox as well. I was doing an Xbox cast for early access, and the same thing happened when players from Nuclear Gaming entered in. They decided to scream into their microphone in the lobby chat. I'm just like, could you not do that, please? I'm doing you a favor by streaming and casting your game. Could you not make this completely unbearable?
And on console, can you mute the players? Like,
can you?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I have no idea.
Well, you're the console player, yeah. Surely you should know. But
listen, you have to bring up my console player.
Yes, I do every single time because I'm not gonna let it go. That's the only one up I have on you. So
that is true, and that's quite sad as well because I'm leveling up, so that's gonna be null and void very soon.
Okay, but without further ado, the players are ready. Are you ready?
We have players in the lobby.
We have players.
We're full.
Yes, we are. Oh my!
This is a lower bracket game. What? Obvious Gaming. Kanye, please.
This is Clubhouse. Let's go, boys.
My favorite part is that you stopped my stream for like a moment there, and I was just like, hello. I'm just gonna improv it. Cool.
You knew what was going on.
I knew what was going on. Omnius Gaming versus Runshark, right? Lower bracket. Clubhouse, the bans are out. I am not going to be surprised if I see a Thatcher first and foremost coming out. Maverick has tended to be banned as well. I think on the attack for Clubhouse 2, Amira and Maestro would not surprise me either. Give me the rundown in 1 second, go.
I think Thatcher, yes, but the Maverick is the first ban. And I say Thatcher still, but I would not be surprised if he gets left out. Saying that because yesterday's game, ATK versus Bravado, Thatcher wasn't banned out once. On Clubhouse, they banned a Maverick and an Ash of all things, and there we go, the Hibana off of the board. No,
target ban?
Thatcher is going to be in play, and that might, yes, be a target ban, because Runshark white banned it out, and Dr. Dropshot's main attacking operator, well, if you saw the graphic earlier on stream, it's the Hibana.
That's quite interesting. Obviously, that's more targeted towards the hatches being opened up on Clubhouse, so you'll likely see double hard breach being run in any case, whether it's a Maverick and an Ace or an Ace and a Thermite. Remembering, of course, that it takes 2 Selmas to open up a hatch, so the utilities are going to have to be juggled very, very carefully by Runshark White on their attack. They are, of course, starting on the attack first. Mirror ban as well. That is not surprising whatsoever. Incredibly strong, and I literally have gone 3 out of 4 for that ban phase. I'm quite happy with that.
Are you proud of yourself?
I'm proud of myself. Mirror and Maestro, not surprising whatsoever. They are incredibly strong regardless of the bomb site, usually regardless of the map as well. So not surprising there. You'll likely see a lot of smoke, and we saw some Echo play yesterday as well. So nice to see that he's making a resurgence back into the competitive lineup. And if Dr. Dropshot sticks this Warden, that'll be the very first round. Interesting pick, and I'm hoping to not have cast a curse stat.
I'm going to pull up the stats right now because I think Warden has a less than 1% pick rate.
But I guess it makes sense that they bring a Jaeger.
Yeah. So just quickly, I did get the stats. Warden actually has a 4% pick rate.
That's not too bad.
He has a high. I forgot I pointed this out on Twitter. He has a higher pick rate than Maestro.
Attackers need to locate.
Is that because Maestro's been banned though?
No, well, he's been banned a lot, but not all of the time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Thatcher's banned almost 24/7, and he still had like a 30% pick rate. No, 17% pick rate.
What do you? I'm thinking your thoughts. What do you think on? Lately, we've been seeing a lot more Yana play versus Ash play.
See,
to like bring a double set of nades.
the one thing though, I really like the Iana, but keep in mind this. You're gonna have the bandit trick, and with an Ash especially, when I pan on down, from this very doorway, you can shoot an Ash charge into the roof here and get the
10
bandit
seconds
trigger.
left before
So
insertion.
that single piece of utility, yes, an Iana has nades, but you can't
5
lob it
seconds
as easily as an Ash would be able to chuck her Ash charge from the main doorway. The utility
Attackers
there
are
is
moving out
very
to locate
useful.
a
So
bomb and
yes, the
defuse it.
Iana has the nades, she has the G36C, a capable operator that can give you intel, but in this specific instance, I don't think it is as good as the Ash.
It doesn't seem like they're going for the bandit trick this time. We saw Kaiko pre-place his bandit batteries, and he is of course waiting patiently on his wall. There is a set of barbed wire and a banshee placed in the way for should anybody try and vault through it. Here we can see Greedy on the Thatcher. Let's see how much Runshark White have practiced with the Thatcher and thermite combat. They're gonna have to be they're gonna have to get their timing right there. There goes the first there goes the first AP, there goes the second. Kaiko takes a lot of damage directly from the CC window. And that is not what you want to see. Newark playing the CC window very well, does not see the head of the Maestro, although we can see the silhouette pre-fire comes through, does not connect onto anybody, and just like that he will see the Maestro swing. That Sandals off the board, that is your smoke player, that is your main plant denial gone. There is still a player on rafters, however, so not garage control, not in their favor just yet, and as you mentioned, not much hard breach left for the attacking team to do. Newark now making his way up into the wall, but of course,
Okay, screw everything I said.
nade, and there we go. The nades are paying off, and that is the bandit off the board. Bandit and smoke, that is not ideal for this team. Dropshot getting lit up with pistol in hand, doesn't even turn to try and take a pre-fire, rather gets overthrown and moves on with his merry day. It's Badat gets one more onto Hansi, and this very first run is going Runshark White's way.
Yeah, there's one player on the bomb site now, pre-fires on into his dead teammate's body, but look at this, Dr. Chop Shot with the shotgun, the M870 in the hand, swinging wide. He might be able to find another, but no, the L85, the more traditional gun to connect, but Ergo on the triple kill. What is this? You can't do this in the very first round. Yes, the diffuser is down. There's one player coming up. He knows the diffuser is dropped, so he can toy around with him. Drops on into the bottom of garage. He has the vertical. Surely he has the intel, the C4 in hand. It's primed, it's ready. He whips it on out. It might just connect. It doesn't do any damage though. Greedy left here with the AR-33 in hand, left to make this clutch happen. The AUG A3, the 1.5 scope barreling on down, but he knows he can toy around with him. He is absolutely in the mental fortitude.
Attackers have recovered their
Up
diffuser.
a point here, as this man's rotates have been perfectly, just evading the maneuvers coming out from Greedy oh so perfectly. Now he can jump up on you. If there's a rotate open, he could be able to spray on through into the Thatcher, but the Thatcher can't open up the wall. He needs to vault on through, and that's Ergo to connect and win the very first round with a massive clutch for his team.
Ergo has actual ice in his veins. What an incredible play by me. Like you said, the rotations were perfect around making... Let's just... Ergo, best Tarkov player, question mark? So, one thing I want to highlight there is that there were holes in the floor made by the Yana, right? By those nades.
Yep.
That affects the sound propagation so much. There's so much sound that travels through that. So, at all instances there, the Thatcher can hear where the Cade is running.
Oh, that's
But
interesting.
it
I
was
didn't think about that.
But this whole game of cat and mouse was so beautifully played out. And the late rotation, he knew the diffuser was done. Thatcher had to come to the garage. Eventually moves up main, gets the rotate, and holds that angle that we saw onto the CC window that was pre-opened. Such phenomenal heads-up play there by Ergo, and we really have to commend him. That was a very, very nice clutch up. And he will put OG on the board. After I thought that was going to go Runshark White way, it was a very nice clutch. Pull things up. That's the way we're going to start things off. I'm immensely excited to see how this map in particular is going to play out. We have seen OG done this before, and they were very, very dominant. Runshark White looked very good, and you did say they have been playing better of late. But we have to have a look at these standout players for Runshark White. They need to do some things for the team. There's of course Sir Delphox on the sledge, and it's Newark as well, but he will be on that hard breach.
Attacker's
So
objective is to locate
he's
a
gonna have to
bomb
play
and
his life out
defuse
a
it.
little bit longer than we usually see Delphox do. Kaiko on the Vigil now will be an interesting switch up after playing that anchor role that we just saw him on. He's going to be positioned up towards Rafters, and we also have Dr. Dropshot currently moving through the bar in towards jungle now. It's put up maybe the first point of contention here, but no, the Yana is going to move right off, and there is the pre-fire, does not, or does actually tag the Yana for about 40 to 50 HP, I would say. So that's a good start. Dr. Dropshot again. Oh, it was Sandals. It was Dr. Dropshot. Sandals on the Jaeger. This roaming up. This I have to commend OG on this. They handle their role swaps very well, and they do it quite often, which is very nice to see with players of this caliber.
Yeah, Dr. Dropshot, I don't know what mood he's in, but he's been playing the M870, now the RG15, the main pistol in hand, spraying on through. Dr. Dropshot finally whipping out the primary gun here, might just go for the swing. Surely Le Monkey doesn't swing these, Sandals swings those, and he finds Patat. Now though, they found the one up here on the top floor. He swings on through, and he finds another. He finds a third. Sandals, you can't keep doing that. 4v3 as one player lags out. Now 3v2. They could go for this bomb site collapse. Let's see, though. He's injured, and now it's just Delphox.
Yeah, as I said, Delphox is the player that has been clutching things up for Runshark wide predominantly that we have seen. Playing ops like Jackal and the sledge. He is on sledge once more. Gets, ooh, that is incredibly unfortunate. Gets the wallbang after sending the nade through the Surya gate, and there wasn't much he could do from that standpoint. The angles were covered, the pre-fires were there, as you can see. Very nice shot with that SMG-11, and OG looked a lot better on this round, a lot more fluid than the previous. So very well done to them. They will go 2-0 up, and we will go to our third bomb site, German bedroom. Not surprising there. Bar tends to be a bit unplayable, but I do know that you have some of your own opinions on reworks and strats for Bar that you have mentioned on Twitter.
Yeah, I've been talking to Hap about that, but I just want to talk about Sandals. Yeah, he sprays on through, he goes for the reload, and still somehow finds the third. A great triple for himself, but I want to bring this back to the first round. A talking point there that I saw is Kaiko, yes, or was it Kaiko? I can't remember who was on the org. It was Ergo. He found the 4K, yes, yeah. And he clutched the round. It was incredible, but is this going to be what keeps on happening? OG, I've always had this question of star players and hero moments versus continual teamwork. So, 5v5. Well, no, obviously it's 5v5. It's still the preparation phase, but Kaiko on the Goyo, one of the most consistent Goyo mains here in South Africa. I always like to see where this man places out his shields. Definitely one to follow for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Dropshot does make it back into the server, luckily for OG. But I completely agree with you. We don't want to have to rely on plays to win out your rounds round after round. That becomes a bit mentally draining, I feel, for the players. And you want to rely a bit more on the communication, a bit more on the teamwork, which I think they have done in the previous round. Now, pre-play C4 from Kaiko inside the kitchen. Of course, that is just underneath the Logi drop, I believe, inside of, or on the top floor rather, which is a normal point of contention for these attackers, getting the hatch open and trying to take swiftly as possible. Dr. Dropshot is playing on Rafters, Scorpion in hand, and there is a player, I believe, posted up outside of the door. Yes, indeed. But for the time being, he's going to be the team's drone hunter, getting rid of as much intel gathering devices as possible. Here comes Delphox. He's going to move straight into the garage. No hesitancy, no pre-fire, no pre-aiming even. And ooh, look at this. The Zofia, well aware that the Goyo is watching the pixel vector in hand. Goyo shield also in place now. He could use some utility to get rid of that shield and potentially get rid of the Goyo, but will not be the case just yet. Blackstone will now open up the jacuzzi wall after the EMP rings out, as we have just heard. And some more drone work now to be done. Only 1 minute gone, so this is fantastic progress from the attacking team. Delphox will find Kaiko. And that was the player playing top of, is it red stairs? Yeah, top of red stairs. The Goyo in the rotate, but Ergo is going to be there to replace him. There's the pre-fire, and the ace just walks up to the shield. Newick finds Ergo, and all of a sudden it is a 5v3 in favor of Runshark. Right, the pre-fire comes up, drops him, finds one, he finds two, as he goes massive inside the C. Stevie's going to rotate and look for the third. The player is currently behind the Goyo shield that is positioned on the rotate, and Dropshot is more than aware of his positioning and of this situation. Now it's going to be a game of chicken. Who moves first? Who is going to blink? There is the yellow ping alerting the rest of the team to the position. There he gets one more. It's a triple kill on the round for Dr. Dropshot. Very well played there. The Scorpion practically an LMG with 41 bullets or so in the magazine. Blackstone and Greedy now positioned outside of Jacuzzi are going to have to try and take into Jim or try and find another pick to get them back into the game. 1 minute left on the clock, and things are heating up here on this lower bracket. Sandals will drop Blackstone as he walks right in. Last alive is Greedy. Where on earth is he? He's positioned down by Dirt. Not going to be able to do much from there as the diffuser is also down. And that's a wrap just about for Omni's Gaming.
Yeah, and I really think Dr. Dropshot single-handedly won that round for them. Just purely.
Absolutely.
I mean, think about what happened on that east side of the map, inside of Cash. He was completely stuck on an island left in a 1v3. When he would have lost his life there, had he lost his life to the first gunfight, it would have left the bomb site open to a pinch. The main wall had been opened up. There was one player on the main stairs holding it from Dirt, and as well, then the push would have come through from Construction. Him winning that 1v3, and I'm going to pull it up here, single-handedly, in my opinion, won them the round, not only because of the kills, because of the linchpin that was cancelled out. Really well done to him. And now Omnius Gaming, yes, they just keep on going with the hero plays that I don't necessarily support, but it's working out, I guess.
I mean, yeah, we hop on about the fact that there's hero plays clutching things up here for OG, but I mean, if you can consistently hero play, I guess that makes it more valid and a more fair sort of strategy. I wouldn't call it a strategy, but a more fair sort of strategy. But again, Sandals will reprise his role on the Jaeger. Dr. Dropshot now sticks the Warden. Will not be picking up that LA. We will go back to CCTV. Some aim trainer being done on the wall. The budget aim labs coming through for Sandals. And no real change otherwise. Dr. Dropshot going for a very aggressive spawn peek on through the bedroom window. Will it come out clutch? Nobody has spawned there that we can see. And I think he will be quite safe for the time being. Actually, it's Patat maybe on the receiving end of that MPX. And he is indeed. He'll take about 50 damage off of his life. And that might be a bit of an iffy one coming later on into the round. Pre-fires the window. Those grenades need to be deployed before he loses his life at least. Do not want to die with that utility in your pocket. Blackstone moves up onto the wall, patiently awaiting the Thatcher of Greedy, and you can see his blue fist is glowing. The EMP is ready. Hansi watching now towards the blue stairs, and the first EMP will go. Kaika will attempt the ban trick, and he will, of course, get that exothermic as these teams are not looking very practiced with this Thatcher thermite combination. Newick will also drop and use those summers. Obviously, the summers are a bit faster and will make sure to get at least a hole in the wall, but Sandals loses his life first in round number 4. That is the Jaeger off the board. And 1 minute gone. It's Patat will claim the life of Dr. Dropshot as well. 5v3 has moved into the latter stages of this round.
Yeah, and now it's left in the 3v5 because the Roma has died. And I didn't even catch. Well, the one guy died with the Claymore. There we go. That's where he died. But I kind of guess over-aggression coming up from these players from OG. They've just been going for these gunfights, going for the monkey style, and it really seems like the first time that Runshark White are putting enough pressure to punish them for these monkey plays. And there we go. It's just Ergo left. Surely he can't make this happen once again. Thank you.
Yeah, thankfully he doesn't just send us into like our vocal graves shouting as he tries 1v5. No, he will get dispatched by the player on the CC window. AR-33 in hand. Curious that the AR-33 is being run as, in my opinion, the L85 is obviously the better gun. A pause going to come out here quickly as we wait for Newick to get back into the game. He did temporarily DC, but Runshark Wide looked a lot better in that round. I think that was courtesy of those two entry frags that we saw, putting them into the 5 versus 3. Things just panning out a little bit better. And yeah, lucky for them, they will not go into their side swap without at least a round on the board. But what do you see this the split ending on?
I mean, it's 3-1 already. They're going to Church and Arsenal room now, a bomb site where they were very good on. I mean, they won it out very comfortably. So I think at the very least 4-2. I would hope for them. 5-1 heading into their attacking half. They're a good attacking team as well. So just in the grand scheme of things, I really see no way that they lose Clubhouse at this point, just with how many rounds they've put on the board, how many rounds they've proven to us that, yes, it's a question of the hero plays versus the continual teamwork, but in the end, I guess they make it work. So continuing with this one, I want to see OG picking up the teamwork, please. It seems like such an easy thing because, yes, the monkey plays are working out, but when you have teamwork as well, it could do even better for you. They shouldn't have lost that previous round. It could have been 4-0 had they not lost the player to the Claymore, just him being a bit over or not cautious enough, and then Dr. Dropshot, overzealous, and then Dr. Dropshot not dying on German bedroom, it could have won them the round.
But that is just a testament to, I think, still the sheer aggression. We know them to be incredibly aggressive, so that jump outs, Claymores may just be the play against OG. You know how they play. They're gonna jump out. They're gonna swing everything. So are they going to look for those little red lasers that are tracking across the door frames? Who knows? Greedy certainly wasn't, as he lost his life, and that was that kind of snowballed into the round, running into Runshark's direction. As you said, we are going to Church and Arsenal as Newark makes it back in. He picks up his role on the ace once more, and It's Batat is actually going to pick up a 6th pick onto the Zofia from the Yana, which I guess makes a lot of sense. You want to opt more for some soft destruction as opposed to the nades, especially if you're going to be attacking downstairs. Now, as you watch Sandals maybe go grab a beverage, we're going to pat over to Dr. Dropshot. He's going to pick up the Valkyrie this time as he's potentially looking for a bit more information for himself to assist his roam game. Very nice placement there.
Nook there.
I didn't know. Yeah, you just don't pay attention to something there. Like, I would have never thought to look there for a camera, but now we know. I wonder if the same camera is going to be placed on the stairs that we see Koza place that you are such a fan of. Another camera being placed near the jukebox, it seems.
No, it's not Koza, it's Dr. Dropshot that came up with this camera.
Oh, I thought you said it was Koza.
No, it was Dr. Dropshot, but it looks like he's not playing it, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I think there was one in bar somewhere near the jukebox, and I don't know about. I know about this one. This one I think I saw this on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can't get that back. You just have to accept that that's where it is now, and you have to leave it there. that is the only thing about that camera. It's an all or nothing type of thing, and all or nothing is what OG are gonna have to give here to go into their split, hoping for that 4-1 or even 5-1. Kaiko is playing on these blue stairs, and wow, Greedy gets the entry onto Dr. Dropshot that is likely from a spawn peak, and as soon as you can start reading into his antics, I think he can be shut down a bit more swiftly. They did not pick up on the camera that we can see, as we see Blackstone's very high sensitivity camera just flicking all over the place. But no, Hansi will get to... Oh no, not Hansi. Newark will get to work inside the kitchen. He's going to move through. And secondary drone phase over. Let's have a look at how this pans out.
Yeah, camo is shut up.
Oh.
And C4 expanded. Hatch opened. Gunfight has gone their way. The checklist has gone in favor in almost every single way that they could hope for. Runshark White have a big opener here in this round, and it's getting even bigger, because yes, Greedy takes a lot of damage, but he's still alive, and he gets a kill into Sandals. The P10 Roni and the MPX lost out for them now already. It's not looking too good as the Zofia of Batat starts pushing on down the main stairs, but surely there's a player to answer back onto this. No, he's actually rotated on back. Kaiko, the only real player to put up some contention towards this. He spots out the drone at the bottom of that barricade, but he realizes no one is holding it, so he doesn't have to shoot it out. He can play this passive and he swings on through, but he can't find any damage. Gives away his possession. Now he needs to head back to the bomb site. This is where things start getting a bit rough. As one player falls, it's just Kaiko and Hansi. The Jaeger and the Mute left to clutch this out. It's not looking too good. One player has dropped down the moto hatch, expends all of his SMG-11 ammo, but the other player is there to lock it up. But now it's just Hansi. And really, this is the point where hero plays start failing you, because you can't have it going for you each and every single time. Blackstone proves that. He finalizes the kill from the side of moto hatch. And now a 3-3 split isn't looking too out of the ordinary.
That is prime siege timing, if I've ever seen it. To be perfectly honest with you, watches the hatch. As soon as he looks away, there is the thermite. Pokes his head up, his helmet, and the 556 will claim the last life. 3-2 now still in favor of OG, but I completely agree with you, Runshark, but looking much better, and that is courtesy of Greedy getting those 2 entries. Now, it could be said that should the likes of the Dr. Drop Shots not have gone for the spawn peaks and maybe toned down the aggression somewhat, that the round may have played out a bit differently. But that is in the past, and we'll have to wait and see what they bring into their final defending round on Clubhouse. Now, we will be going to Church and Arsenal once more. There won't be too much of a change-up in terms of the operator selections. Kaiko will pick up the Legion, though, which is something that they did not bring previously. Keen to see where he deploys those good mines. Obviously, act as a intel provider for the rest of the team, provided they are heard when they are triggered. Now, Valkyrie not on the board, so that intel is going to be lost. But to be fair, it was lost in the previous round as the cams were shot out. So let's see how this Legion's going to change things up, if Kaiko is going to be a bit more successful. I feel like if he had a bit more trigger discipline, when he looked out to the bar and he saw the 2 attackers there, it may have played out differently, but got a bit trigger happy and lost his life, or narrowly lost his life rather. And oh my goodness, there is no chill this man has.
He's going very aggressive. He's trying to find this. He spots one player, but he can't find the damage. Unfortunately, it's Patat escapes with his life this time around. He's really being peppered by the side of OG in these opening gunfights. And
that's exactly what they need.
Yeah, finds the first, and it's Dr. Dropshot to fall. And at this point in time, his opening stats haven't been too good. I mean, he's died as the opening death 3 rounds in a row, if I'm not mistaken now.
I do believe so, but again, the aggression not paying off for OG this time, and Delphox, as I said it was initially going to be Delphox and Newick coming in clutch, trying to do what needs to be done. Oh, the K tricking will get the exothermic that was pre-placed on the hatch, but Sandals will find its patat, and that's the yarn of the board. That's the nades gone, and it is now a 4 versus 4. Actually, technically 4 versus 3, since Blackstone is also down. Probably also courtesy of Sandals on his roam. Now we can hear gunfire off in the distance, and Ergo tries desperately to get this K-Claw off of the roof, but he will not be able to get it as he misses his prompt, or his grab prompt a couple of times. He pings his like, listen guys, that's just going to have to stay there for the round. There's nothing I can do about it at this point in time. Sandals still on roam up inside of Cash. He's going to be moving now through to the bedroom, but we still have Kaiko also playing very close onto this oak breach inside of dirt. Hansi will get the kill onto Blackstone. That's the third one off the board. SMG 11 reigns true with that fire rate. 4 versus 3 with 1 minute and 15 left on the clock. And my goodness.
Yes, I know. I've changed it. Don't worry. It's the delay. Thank you. Thanks for telling.
Let's just have a look here. I'm not entirely certain where this plant is going to come from, where the push is going to come from, as the diffuser stuck inside of the kitchen with 1 minute to go. Delphox eagerly looking through the floorboards, trying to find another entry, trying to pick another point of ingress into the side, trying to give his team the advantage they need to win out this run and go into the 3-3. But as I say that, it will be Hansi once more from dirt with that SMG 11 to claim another life. 4 versus 2 as things are looking to shape up as a 4-2 split, which is not surprising at all. Grenade flies out to B2, will not connect onto anything, and Delphox will still be patiently waiting inside of the kitchen. Greedy now gets dismantled by that org of Ergo and Kaiko. He's just going to move up as the attack had no idea he was in the opposite corner, and just like that is a 4-2 split to Omnius Gaming on Clubhouse going over.
Yeah, so they lock it out into a 4-on-2 half. So they ended out at least in their favor. And Ludo, by the way, if you didn't know why Sunset just joined the chat, I accidentally put up the map veto screen while the game was going on and realized it quite late. But oh well.
They had my voice to go by, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I've listened to some casts just by audio, and I'm able to figure out what's going on. So I guess my casting just isn't good enough to keep them entertained. But I digress. Church and Arsenal, the first defense coming out here from the side of Runshark. One quite interesting that they opt to use the Echo, an operator that's been seeing a lot less play as of late. 80k, yes, they did utilize it yesterday in a few of their holds, but especially nowadays, you don't see Echo a lot. Now that is, what do you call those? The yokai drones.
The yokais are visible.
They're just visible. They're just out in broad daylight.
They're just visible. It's true. It is very true. But you know what he does bring? He brings a shield, which makes him a lot more viable in any setup. I know that deployable shields are moved around amongst operators, and that obviously affects the pick rate. So the shield being placed there, watching the main hallway from B3. And there's some reinforcements are being set up, and quite an interesting setup. They've got a reinforcement usually where you would have the rotate, and they've opened up a vault hole in towards the B bomb side. Now usually that is opened up so you can have that angle onto the hatch from church, I do believe. But we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Now, of course, this is OG on the attack, and we do know how aggressive they are. Let's have a look at, can they translate it from their defense into the attack? Can they carry the momentum through? Of course, this is the BO3. So momentum does not have to be round by round based, although I'm sure Omnia's Gaming will want that to be the case.
Quite strange. I think 4 of their players... No, I'm completely mistaken. Only 3 of their players are downstairs, 2 of them up top. One of them, Patat, here on Catwalk. Blackstone joining him in the side of CCTV. So they're full investing in this top floor roam to the point where they don't really have any rotates at this point in time. Yes, the mute kind of safe there at the top of lounge stairs, but Dr. Dropshot could lock out these rotates with these air jabs if they're not careful. Yes, there's a chance that the mute jammers might be able to mute them out.
Someone? I'm not entirely certain that air jab will catch whoever tries to rotate from pool table.
I think it will. It's placed decently.
It's quite high. Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see. Dr. Dropshot on main says tries to get the play inside a motor, playing fast and hard as possible, but does not connect onto any of his shots. Blackstone, quite low HP. It's Patat still playing inside a garage just next to the oil pit. Now, we do know that that is a bit of a power position we've seen played previously, and Jiggle Peaks from Ergo trying to get anybody that may be looking towards his general direction. Will not connect onto anything, but he's got a pixel all the way down through the arsenal in towards blue. Sees the yokai rotate, so they will be well aware of where this Echo is moving his drones. There's still a cam on him though. Does he know? Sandal's taking a lot of damage, about 40 HP off of him. But Newick will claim the first life as moving to the last minute of this round.
He's sticking the smoke and he commits to it and he finds the kill because of it. Really well done to just rush on through these smokes. Wow. As the kills come through, Patat finds 1, an equalizer, kind of, but now he's
down upstairs?
Where? No way. No way they have this as an oversight.
Oh no.
Well,
if you're Patat, how do you play this? You know what the diffuser is? It's a 3v1. The C4 flag not making the fail misses, but he's going to have to rotate. He's going to have to keep himself moving. He has 40 seconds to buy himself and to know exactly where he is. You can see the aiming is through. Gets one, does not get the second as he gets double peeked from the kitchen hallway. It's Patat did as much as he humanly could, but not to be the case when you have players like Sandals swinging you with that R4C in hand. And very well played to OG. They go up 5-2 on this map, and things are playing out exactly how I thought they would at this point in time. But there has been some promise from Runshark White. I want to see them pull it together here. Do you think that Clubhouse is tending to be more attacker or defender sided the longer it stays in
attacker sided? Attacker sided, because especially CCTV and cash room, this is why the entire debate about bond stock is a thing, is because CCTV and cash especially isn't as viable nowadays with how much utility has been added to the attacking side in terms of the Maverick Thatcher's recent presence. It really seems like some of these hard-held bomb sites just aren't as powerful anymore. So realistically, you're expecting to win 2 out of your 3 defenses on these bomb sites, ending out in a 4-2 split. Sure, it's still defensive sided, but not as much as some of the newer maps, say Theme Park, say Villa. But I guess here, you would still give Runshark White the advantage to make a comeback happen just because of the defensive side. But Omnius Gaming are proving that they are a formidable team on the attacking side. They lost 1 round, yes, if I'm not mistaken, on the attacking side. So, wait, I'm completely...
It was 4-2.
Yeah, it was 4-2. This was the previous one was the first attacking round. What am I talking about? They're efficient on the attacking side. What can I say? They just push through the smokes and they get the kills.
Look at the utility being stacked up by the attackers. They've got 3 flashes, Claymore, breach charges, and nades, and Sandals hit the first shot of the round. That's Hunty off the board. That is the ace, which is incredibly unfortunate. No more hard breach available for Omnius Gaming. It's going to be doors and windows from here on out. And to be honest, that plays into the play style from OG. I mean, they take that sheer aggression and they push it through a door frame and they just pre-fire everything. So I would not be surprised to see them still take this. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out, though. As generally, you could consider those summers a crucial piece of utility. The Jaeger playing quite aggressively inside the bar. He's going to be ducking and diving between all these cabins, but the pre-fires are coming through. Who's going to hit the first shot? It was Sandals, technically speaking, but between these two, he's going to get aggressive on the Thatcher, but Kaiko will win it out. Ash and Thatcher now moving quite swiftly up towards the rafters as they do have garage control firmly in their grasp. But Greedy takes a lot of damage, but Sandals will hit the deck, and that'll be courtesy of Sir Del Fox. Now 4v3, as I said, it's a 3v3 as Dr. Dropshot makes his presence known inside of the oil pit, climbing up the ladder. Now Ergo still primed outside of the CC window, looking to jump in, but has to contest with Del Fox, who is still currently there playing that MP7. 1 minute 40 left, not even half the round gone, and so much action. And I don't know which way this is going to swing.
Yeah, this is very hard to call. Still a 3v3. The Thatcher EMP coming out just to assist and take care of some of that defensive utility. A C4 gets ripped, but it doesn't connect. Patat down below here in the prone position. Does Dr. Dropshot spot it? Yes, he does. He finds the kill. And now this is looking oh so good for Omnius Gaming as they find another. It's just Blackstone left with the SMG-11 in hand. Yes, it's good at these close range gunfights, but I don't think you're going to be able to clutch this out. A player is prone in the left side, and he can't find it. Ergo to collect, and Omnius Gaming now 6-3. No, 6-2 even.
6-2. Yeah.
Wow.
I called that. I was like, listen, cool, they've lost their hard breacher. You know what that means to them? Absolutely nothing. Because nothing is going to change with how they played that. They played sheer aggression. They took the gunfights. I think that round maybe goes slightly different if Jaeger doesn't decide to get aggressive on the garage door. If he could just play his life out inside garage, make sure they don't have that. That is crucial to that bomb side. He's having that garage control. So as soon as he plays aggressive and loses that, it's they can start pushing the pieces wherever they see fit. It will be CCTV and cash once more for the defense, and what could be their final attempted defensive round here against Omnius Gaming. Runshark White will need to win 6 rounds on the trot to try and win this map if we go to OT. But given the fact that they haven't been able to piece 1 and 1 together, I'm not too confident thus far. Let's have a look. Let's see what they have to display for us. And playing chicken with the drone. Sandals will eventually throw that intel gathering tool away. And 70 seconds, that's more than enough time to reinforce this garage panel, but you still need to get your bandit batteries down regardless of the fact. How much do you think the Thatcher rework is impacting these teams? The fact that he disables the gadget and does not destroy them?
Not that much. Really, not that much. I mean, yes, they come back online, but for the 10 seconds that it's offline, that's enough to capitalize on it. I mean, think about the wall breach denial. It takes care of it easy. It's to the point where teams on the defensive side literally shoot out their bandit batteries just so they can trick again. So really, I don't think it's too much of a problem. Ergo almost had a problem there dealing with Patat down below. He's still there. Dr. Chopshot knows, though. He pre-fires on through the AK-74. Yes, it has a lot of bullets, but he surely is low on his ammo capacity now if he needs to go for this gunfight. Spraying on through into the barricade even more, but he finally capitalizes as he finds Patat.
That is incredibly unfortunate, but luckily Greedy is in the ranks doing what he can for his team, trying to bring them back as he gets the kill onto Sandals as the entry off the board. I wonder how much utility was lost along with that. I do believe it's 3 breaching charges. So incredibly unfortunate. The self-destruction could have been used. I imagine it's in time, but wouldn't have been too important in the grand scheme of the strategy. Now, the Malusi off the board as well. Again, not entirely important. Maybe a lost C4, but it's just 2 guns down. There's still 4 up for either side. 1 minute 45 left on the board. You can hear the utility being thrown out. There's the flashbangs flying. The EMP is gone. There's holes in the CC wall. That's exactly what they need. They need this entry. Dr. Dropshot playing very aggressive inside of construction. Ergo is watching flank, and a very nice breach. We'll see Nivek eat dirt. Now, the next player to eat dirt could be the one on the red stairs. Flashbang flies through. Here comes the nade to clear out the shield from Ergo. It goes in, and there it is. Shield gone. Greedy is going to have to play for on his life for as long as possible here. SMG11 in hand, but no, Ergo's second head will finish the job. 4 versus 2 with a minute left. And as I said, it's a 4 versus 1. Dr. Dropshot coming through again, doing so much for this team. SMG11, he does get 50 HP off of the Nomad, but it will not be the case as Ergo swings to get a 3k for the round. And that is Omnius Gaming winning map 1.
Did he go for the sledge kill? No way he went for the sledgehammer. I think he did. Oh no, it was a knife. Oh yeah, I misread the animation. But still, it's Omnius Gaming. 7-2. They finalize it out. Dr. Dropshot going for the sauce with the... I can't even remember the Nomad and Kaid's pistol.
Oh, I don't know either. Don't even... I don't use it. I don't look at it. That's fine. But the drip, courtesy of G2 Esports, we have at least 2 G2 Esports in this... 3, I guess, in this lobby, if you including myself and yourself. We are avid GT supporters. But yeah, what an incredible performance by OG that it played out exactly as I expected to. They seemed very strong on Clubhouse the previous 2 to 3 times that we have seen them there, especially against Runshark White. We saw them, I think, in the previous game for Raven Mad Gamers. And of course, there's a bit of strat and counter strat. I think you could read into that, but not too much. This game has come down to mechanical skill, not too much to strategy. Are we going into map 2 or are we doing a intermission?
I think we might be going to map 2. I'm just waiting on confirmation from the one team, but I believe we might just be going right on into it.
And then it's to Oregon, eh?
Yeah.
Oregon, the cement box, leads into a very frag heavy map. Not too much strategy to be employed. Obviously, you've got, similar to Clubhouse, you do have those checklists to tick off. You know, you got to open up certain things. You got to clear out certain areas, such as the extension from into elbow. But we actually haven't seen that being pulled back. I know you mentioned that I refer a lot to the Pro League, but I do see every now and then teams do not opt to extend into bunker. They opt to rather keep that closed and play some other angles. But we will have to wait and see what these teams have in store for us. Have we seen OG versus Runshark White in Oregon? I feel like we have.
I do feel like we have. I'm actually not too sure. Oopsie.
I'm having a look at our stats page real quick to see if I can see.
Do you have a dedicated stats page? I didn't know you invested in that.
I'm not washed. What are you talking about?
Damn, you're a good caster? Wow.
What?
Who would have known? Well,
I have a negative KD and I can cast? Is that allowed?
I don't think that's allowed. Let's go into Oregon.
Definitely not allowed, but is... I don't know. I didn't know. I have no idea how to... And I just fell flat.
Well done.
Thanks, man. Washed.
Can't keep it going.
Washed.
Unlux.
The most washed, the oldest and washed caster, and the most unbiased caster casting together. Who would have thought?
Oh, wow. That's really a good combo. World League Esports are really capitalizing on that.
Pin that tweet, my guy.
The most washed and the most biased. Here we go. The Thatcher banned off the board first. Finally, we're seeing teams actually ban out the Thatcher. They're bringing it back to the South African meta that we love oh so much. OG starting on their attacking ban. What are you expecting here? Maybe a Thermite, maybe a Maverick.
Another hard breach. A Jackal.
Why?
Wasted ban. Personal opinion.
They didn't play Jackal, right?
No, they didn't play Jackal once. Also, Oregon is probably one of the smallest maps in rotation, so I don't see the need for a Jackal if there's not that much to check, not that much ground to cover. So I do feel like that's a bit of a wasted ban. They didn't, like you said, they didn't bring a Jackal to track down the likes of the drop shots or the Urgos or anybody. Cade banned as well. That makes a lot of sense. Thatcher gone, Cade gone. The hatches are now vulnerable to the likes of a Hibana. So that just makes a lot of sense. Along with the Mirror. Mirror is very strong on Oregon, so that's not surprising. A pretty standard ban phase if you're playing ranked. But in my opinion, the only wasted one there is the Jackal. We have OG on the attack, so they can at least carry through their momentum from the previous map. And Runshark White looking to reset their mental and start afresh on Oregon.
Yeah, this could be what they need to start turning things around. Oregon, it can lean into the side of Runshark White just to start punishing OG's plays. You said it's a smaller map. I really think one of these smaller maps where you have less to worry about in terms of the monkey plays, the rat plays, the silver plays, as I like to call them, it's a lot less to worry about and a lot less to get caught off guard by. So I think Runshark White, they might have a chance to bring things back, but just as much, Omnius Gaming, they have a chance to just blow this into the ground and absolutely decimate here on Oregon.
Yeah, but that's going to be picking up the Valkyrie now, so another roll swap that is there. Oh no, I lie, I'm thinking of the reverse. Not surprising at all. Reinforcements into... okay, he's putting a cam and he's going to reinforce. That makes a lot of sense. I'll hope they're going to pop that hatch underneath the Banshee. Yes, indeed. There we go. I really like this play as it makes it unmeleeable, so you have to commit some utility to clear that Banshee. It makes it a lot more difficult rather.
I mean, you can melee it, you just need to drop down the hatch to do it.
Oh, but that's obvious. That's probably not what you want to do, you know? The ADS will be there to support that though, and Newick will create a little tap fire just to, should that get spotted, create some doubts in the minds of the attackers. Ergo back on the sledge, not surprising there. He's been playing very well thus far. Sandals on the Ash. He's just going to be running willy-nilly throughout wherever, not having a look at those windows. There are going to be no spawn peaks, but there is going to be an entry from Dr. Dropshot on this Zofia. And of course, that is Delphox. That's been one of the people we expected to carry Runshark White. And not a great start for them, if I'm going to be honest. But as I said, the momentum is really being carried through from OG. They have proven to be a very momentum-based team. And obviously, when you're full sending with a 5-stack of fraggers, that is exactly what you want. Now the angles are being looked into Trophy. Sandals takes a lot of damage as he pushes up. White says he will fall off though. And there we go. They're trying to clear out the player behind the bunk beds. Kaiko will get the next pick onto it. Patat in a 5 versus 3 with 1 minute gone. So much action and all of it going OG's way.
I really need to commend OG's teamwork here. They've isolated single team groups. They're playing in groups of 2. You have the 2 players in the Zofia and the Ash coming down from below in main stairs, and you've got the Sledge and the Ace coming down from master bedroom side, and then you've got the wild card of Kaiko on that main window. It's working out so effectively, this roaming pair strategy coming out from them, and they found 3 kills already. 1 on the early aggression, and they find another just on the bomb site take. Here we go. This is the 1v5 we've been looking for. Dr. Dropshot finalizes it out. And I said this might be OG's chance to throw it into the ground and win it out right here, right now. And this is definitely looking like that's what's going to happen. A flawless round coming out from them. And man, I just really love seeing their tactical depth finally coming out, not just the monkey strats.
That was such a phenomenal first round. I feel like it wasn't just reckless aggression. There was very much calculated aggression. They had their... This is why I said that the Jackal ban was a wasted ban. You have more than enough intel gathering tools to cover the rotations that you need to drone out the roamers that are down below. And if you can efficiently communicate and have those drones alive by the time you want to enter, you don't need the Jackals. So, like, why ban it out? I don't understand. But regardless of that fact, very well played to OG on their very first round. Again, bringing that momentum through. Now we will not repeat the same bomb site. We will actually go down towards the laundry and basement. Keen to see here if Greedy will play this extension. Does seem to be the case as he opens the wall up and the shield is placed. Now Delphox has picked up the Aruni. And let's have a look at where these series gates are going to be placed. Barricading the top of the main stairs. So that's obviously going to provide some sound intel for these for the defenders should they get opened up. Surya gate being placed on the double going in towards meeting, and also 2 reinforcements into meeting. So obviously going to try and hold this for as long as possible. Try and keep the hatches bit opened. That is an interesting adaptation.
So this is telling me they're heavy investing in especially security. They're placing out the mute jammer, so I believe the player is going to be playing inside of security and kitchen. Having this rotate into dining is going to allow him to really just put a lot of pressure onto the attackers as soon as they start trying to take care of these hatches. But 4 players up top, Greedy the only one down below. He's currently playing in blue, so it really looks like they're fully investing into this.
Yeah, this is incredible. I was going to say, I wonder if they're going some sort of fake site execute or a fake site setup, but that's not the case. I mean, it's been very, very clearly droned out. I was thinking about the best way that they could play this with those hatches open is if the Aruni actually placed all those Syria gates on the open hatches. That would allow the defenders to fall off when they needed to, but would also make the attackers have to commit utility before falling through themselves. So I guess that could be considered. for a future time. But 1 minute now gone, and oh my goodness, you don't hear the crowd walking. Ash, this is just like EU ranked. Walk straight into the dorms and will find the kill onto Delphox. There's the Rooney off the board, and a very nice spray will get put out. He'll get 2, in fact, as he looks all the way through the door frames. And that is Ergo and Kaiko off the board. That's the Sledge and the Ibana. So those are pieces of utility that you would have wanted to be used later on. The 2 grenades obviously gone, as is that little bit of hard breach. You do still have Hunsley though on the ace, and he will be crucial in getting this bomb site open, cracking it open like a can. But Newick is going to fall off of this kitchen, getting pre-fired very narrowly. And Dr. Dropshot is, I feel like he runs around with reckless abandon for what is being done here. It's Patat is there, and he just wins gunfights.
He just wins those. Now, it's equalized out into a 3-on-3. Really well done to shut down the player in Patat that found a double in that very corridor. Newick lurking on back to the bomb site. He realizes he can play time on this. Just delay them on these main stairs, because I believe there are still a Rooney gates to worry about for them here. Taking care of the barricade inside of Laundry, trying to go for this pincer as the other 2 players for the side of OG. They're coming from freezers, so Dr. Dropshot really is going to be the one to look out for. Can he find this crossfire? Newick shuts him down. Now it's just Sandals and Hansi left stuck inside a freezer. He spots the prone player as the wall starts getting opened. Left in a 1v2, 30 seconds. He's getting spotted, but it's still kind of possible. If he can find one star to take this bomb site, he could very well still be able to clutch this out. The AK-74 definitely a good gun to make this happen, but with the time dwindling on down, it's looking less and less likely. As he vaults on through, he needs to find 2.
I don't know if you saw the silhouettes there, but they were mirrored perfectly.
Yeah.
Both holding this angle, and I was just like, unfortunately, there's the red ping, there is the Banshee giving away the presence. No amount of smoke is going to protect you from that SMG-11. Very well played there to the last. Anchors on site, and my goodness, it is 1-1. So at least Runshark White again have their round nice and early. I believe they got their time when it was a 3-1, so they're a lot earlier this time, and maybe that stunts the progression from OG. Maybe this is Runshark White starting to build up their own, saying, you know what, we can win these rounds. We have the evidence of it. They just need to put in that little bit of extra effort and communication. It'll be a meeting hall and kitchen defense next, and a clash instead of a smoke makes a lot of sense for me here. That meeting hall and kitchen, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I believe did they play the clash up top, or was it in the meeting double?
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Go through your book and tell us.
the book does not go into that much detail, I can tell you. I do know that this clash is going to be pesky to deal with. They do have the utility to deal with it though. You've got the nades on Ergo, and you've also got Dr. Dropshot with his stuns. Now, regardless of that fact, if the clash is playing with some support, it may be a bit more difficult than you may seem. Nice sideline being opened up there by the Aruni all the way through into the dining hall from kitchen. And you'd imagine that is going to become a kill box later on in this round. Prep phase now done. These defenders are primed, prepped, and ready for the attack coming out from Omnius Gaming.
Yeah, all 4, not 5, of them spawning out here on the side of construction, and they look ready to go for a rush. Spraying on through to these windows, it looks like they're a bit wary of what's on the other side. The drone's coming out. Not too often that you see Dr. Dropshot on dedicated drone duty, but he's droning out Kaiko, and it looks like they're really trying to go for this attic wall as early as possible. It seems they've established that this is one of the points that they need to worry about. If they can get this hatch open, and it allows for them an angle onto this attic hatch, which allows for a vertical onto the meeting hall bomb site. Though Newick, if he has anything to say about it, is going to try and shut that down. 3 players barreling on through that doorway that he might just be able to find. The clash is feeding him that information, so he knows where these players are situated. Blackstone is well behind this clash. Ergo taking a bit of damage up top. I believe in the play currently in attic. It's Patat. But Dr. Dropshot finds one. It's on to Newick. The Jaeger the only player that could have stopped this attack coming on through as well. Sandals now can open up from the vertical and take care of the Mucham on the other side of the wall, but it's already being opened. They're so efficient on this. They're starting to push on into the bomb site. The R4C spraying on through. They take control of the bomb site now, but not if Delphox has anything to say about it. The Clash unextends his shield and finds one, but the kills keep coming through.
Yeah, that's done not to kill the Clash, but rather just to keep her at bay ever so slightly. And oh my goodness, look at the kill feed light up blue as OG get that plant down, and it's just the pre-fire through the smoke to round things out there for OG. Incredible gameplay there from them. I like the decision making to leave the Clash at the end of the kitchen hallway just inside the door, because once it was ascertained that meeting was clear and that Sandals had gotten that down onto, I think it was the bandit inside on the right side of the meeting double, they were like, you know what, we can just smoke this out, get a plant down, and then we can just play all the way from tower, because the wall has been opened up courtesy of the ace. And what are they going to do? They've got a Clash, and she won't be able to do much if we have 4 trained on her. We will now, of course, go to meeting hall and kitchen once more. So going to attempt this once again, and no Clash this time. Instead, we have a Goyo and we have a 6-pick. I'm keen to see how Runshark White are going to go for a bit of variance here on the same bomb site, and if OG are going to attempt the same sort of attack.
Yeah, it's very strange that after OG just steamroll on through that bomb site, they opt to actually go back to it. Yes, this time it's a completely different setup. No Clash on the board. Rather, they've got the Maestro and the Goyo to delay these pushes, but still, Omnis Gaming have proven that the utility usage is up to par. They know how to deal with these setups coming out from Runshark White, and if I'm them, I'm starting to stress, because it really feels like no matter what you throw at them, they're able to tear it down.
Yeah, but instead of tearing it down, it's Patat will be putting it up here, the reinforcement on through towards the kitchen. And where, can we just have a look at where these Goyos are being placed? We saw one there inside the double that's being assisted with a Banshee, so that's going to be very difficult to push through there, but that was not the point of ingress last time. I'm struggling to see where has he placed them? Are they being utilized?
Yeah, so one of them is
one of them is there. I see that one there.
One of them is there. The other one was placed out here.
At the end of the kitchen.
I don't know where the third is.
Interesting. Maybe he's keeping it in his pocket for quick deployment later on. And there we go. First Goyo shield up. But that is 30 seconds into the round, so that is not ideal. It's not the attackers at bay for too long. And there we go. We have another breaching round. Did that deal?
They have no one to deal with
Evil
this.
Eye?
Yes, it did, but look at this.
Okay.
They only have 2 players holding this. If they can dismantle one of these, Delphox, yes, he's got the Alder, but he can't keep them at bay forever. It's Patat needs to take this up on his own shoulders, but they're trying to open up this wall. Hansi is primed and ready with the Selmas in hand. As soon as this wall gets opened, Patat can't play in this position anymore. That means Delphox is the only one that can start to deal with this, but the perfectly primed C4 coming out from Patat, he finds 2!
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely incredible, shutting down the attack coming out from OG. Ergo taking damage from who knows where, as it's just Kaiko and himself left. And suddenly it's turned.
Let's go Runshark White. What a phenomenal little flurry of kills there. And courtesy of It's Patat as he gets the trade with Kaiko, leaving Ergo in a 1v4. He is only about 30 HP, so not much to be done here.
That's a monstrous
angle. Greedy is well aware of where this player is, and is waiting for the hop in. It probably won't be a drone, as I feel like that's going to be a little bit wasted. He's 1 HP.
Surely this is an impromptu tactical timeout now.
The real call out is he's 1 HP, and it's actually factual. He jumps in, tries to pretend he's a drone, I think, and really doesn't fall for that. So just hops back out. He's like, impromptu tactical timeout, let's go. I'm gonna have a wee lie down on the roof, maybe get some sun, and talk about where that went wrong for OG.
I'm literally pulling up the replay because there's nothing interesting going to happen right now. I'm going to talk about Patat with that C4 swinging wide on the breach, and he finds 2. That is what, in my opinion, single-handedly won them that round. Really well done to him. Now it's just Ergo. He is still alive. Yes, you didn't miss anything while the replay was on screen because it's an impromptu tactical timeout.
Nothing has changed. He is currently going even, looking to boost that KD. Does he see the top of the head? Oh, does he? He does. He's just under the barricade. And now they know exactly where he is. And there we go. Ergo now going double looking at that 200% increase in his 100% increase in his KD. But no, I imagine that OG had more than enough time to talk about this. Tries to send the drone up. It's going to be suicide for him. But no, he times it perfectly.
He wants to save the KD. What do you mean?
I guess that's fair. But that fall was so perfectly timed that she landed on her feet as she raised it again.
Yeah.
What is there to be said besides that the replay, but shredding 2 people and then C4ing as well, and he's just like sick. My job.
What I can say to that is that finally Runshark White also have Euro plays. It seemed like they've been the team that's focused on the thorough team play rather than just the Euro moments, going massive and winning rounds because of those. That is the first real round that I can point to and say a single person on the side of Runshark White won them that round. And that's a strange thing considering we're on map 2 with, I think, around 18 rounds played now.
Yeah, we don't hear that very often across the multitude of teams that we have casted. I don't know how much we say Dr. Dropshot, Dr. Dropshot, Dr. Dropshot for OG, but it's definitely not the case for the other teams. Now, as you said in that round, it's Patat, and showing that he's not here to serve out potatoes, he's here to hoy sauce. So that's exactly what he did. That was the best segue ever. I'm going to commend myself on that one. I really like that.
See, but you can't say, that was the best segue. You need to segue.
No segue. We go straight back into it. We go... Okay, no, I was going to make a joke there, but that would have been, let's say, probably quite explicit and not conducive towards video gameplay. Regardless of the fact, what is this angle that Greedy is expending all of his shotgun bullets on? What is that down at?
It's down to kitchen, yes. And...
But why?
I really think that favors the attackers more than the defenders. This one, I guess it could help, but surely that just helps the attackers more. I guess you could make the argument like similar to billiards in Coastline, where you want to deny the default plant from below just to open that into the blue bar down below. But this one especially, because that's such a common place for defenders to hold in, I really don't think that's going to help them out.
That only helps them out if they Roma stay alive, which they've not proven to be doing, in my opinion. So I'm not sure that's going to be... Yeah, the one into kitchen doesn't really make sense to me. I thought he missed. I thought that was going to be rough for a second. But no. Yeah, so the one that's looking into kitchen, I don't really understand. No one generally pushes from there. They don't usually clear that out. I don't know what angles are trying to be held from that direction. So maybe some wasted ammunition there. But Itzbatat will be the first to get a kill for this round. It will be Kaiko off. So that is at least one of your hard breaches. That's the Hibana off the board. Currently going 3 and 3. But fear not, you have Ergo on the Maverick. And you have the elevated angle actually being held by Dropshot on this horizontal beam. Hunty will get the pick onto Greedy though, who has not performed as well as he had in the previous map, and double damage being done to Delphox and Patat, both nearly the same amount. I'm not sure from where. Was that probably where? From what? I don't know. A nade? No, there's still 2 nades. How do they both get the same amount of damage done to them at the same time?
I have no idea, but one nade comes through, but Dr. Dropshot falls. Ergo needs to go and pick him up. I think he fell off of the balcony. I don't know what that is in English, but Hansi and Ergo... The balcony, there we go. Finally, now it seems like Runshark White are turning things around, but as I say that, Delphox and Newegg taking so much damage and losing their lives eventually as Hansi goes massive. Just as I say that, they bring it back to the hero place. It's been the storyline throughout, and this is the first time they looked solidly in the lead, but Dr. Dropshot and his teammate and Hansi turn things around and say, no, we're not giving you the lead, we're not giving you a single centimeter past this point. And that would have been the first time that Runshark White have been in the lead a single time this entire game, but no, they just shut them down. They've never been in the lead.
That is, yeah, that's... They have not been in the lead on the scoreboard. No, I feel like in terms of their mentality or their mental state at this point in time, I feel like it's really taking its toll. And OG again looking to go into their split 4-2 this time from the attack. And I think, you know what, I genuinely don't believe that Dr. Dropshot logs out of Siege ever. He's just always practicing. Because this guy is literally, he needs to chill. He's too much for this server. Okay. Like, I'm gonna go. I had this happen last broadcast. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna go full Cape Tonian white girl and say I just can't.
I mean, you're full Cape Tonian white boy and say just chill, man.
Yo, it's so hectic, man.
Oh no. Well, 3-2 up on the attacking side as well. If they can find the 4-2, head over to the defensive side with that advantage, it would be really good for them. And they might be able to win things out on Oregon already. As it stands, I'm still giving the advantage to Omnius Gaming. Yes, they're in the lead, so you would expect me to give them the advantage, but I really thought Runshark White would be able to turn things around here on Oregon, and if it goes all the way to coastline, I really see no way for them to pull things back. I'm gonna see where that cam flew out, because surely that goes outside of the map. Oh no, it's in the tree.
Is it in the tree? I'm assuming. I feel like it should be in the tree. Not that I can see it from what you're.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it. It's on the floor there.
Oh, I see it. Yes. Okay. I do spot it. It's the one speck of blue in that whole thing. That provides a lot of information.
Yeah, it's quite strange that
the master
they didn't see
bedroom
it.
balcony, as you so nicely put it. But there's nobody currently positioned there that I can see. I think Hunty is about to move on there, but we do have Zofia now going back up to T3. Maverick going to get to work on the attic wall as well. Hunty looking to entry through. At least one of the bandit batteries are off, and he's saying, listen, could you please, pretty please, get the other one as well. And I do think Sandals has obliged that Hunty is deploying those Selmas, and just like that, we can hear them opening up onto this wall. Now a lot of damage, or not a lot of damage. The ace as he tries to purify through, but not before Sandals moves into the closet himself. Now, good work from the Maverick will ensure that the attic is now open and will be to be the next point of contention if they are wanting to take this map control as their own. Newick has taken some damage as well. More summons being implemented. It's Patat will find Kaiko, and that is the IQ of the board. First time we've seen IQ be played, and she's obviously not been too effective thus far if she is already off the board. Newick loses his life to Sandals with that R4C. He's proven incredibly proficient with this gun, and looking to find even one more. And wow, the actual matrix that took place right there is incredible. Dr. Dropshot makes his way through attic, about to be supported by the Maverick, and he actually gets shot from the hatch. Very well played there by Delphox, rotating below into meeting to find the Zofia. And this is where this angle is going to come to play, I assume, if Delphox chooses to stay and look at the angle from Sandals.
That is not something you would ever expect. One single piece of the barricade was knifed out, and from that, he nets himself one. So now the roam off the board. I think it's Patat, or no, who's it? It's Blackstone that's rotated on down. I did get a confirmation from someone in chat that this vertical angle is actually to deny default with a C4 from kitchen, but that's not even going to be needed if Greedy can keep things going. 3v2 now in favor of the defenders, but we've seen this come out from OG time after time. Can they clutch another one out in the way and in the fashion that they usually do? No, it's Greedy to find a double in the end, locking out the round for his team, equalized out 3-3 on the split. OG now heading to their defense.
Yeah, a far better performance here from Runshark by going toe with OG on Oregon. I do feel as though Oregon tends to be predictable, and maybe that's Runshark to get a foot back in this race. Not very many avenues that you can push through that has not been pushed through before. We will go to laundry and supply room for OG's first defensive round. And of course, Mira and the Kaid being banned, we will see the Bandit make a resurgence, as well as the Goyo. You commended, or you said that you enjoy seeing Kaiko on the Goyo. Going to be interesting to see where he plays these shields. I'm assuming there's going to be one towards the blue bunker side of things, and maybe one towards pillar, I would think. Those are the pretty common Goyo spots. And we do have a 6-pick as well. I think it was another Rooney being brought out by Urga. Yes, indeed. So I'm also keen to see if there's going to be any variation if interior gates are placed.
Yeah, usually you'd have one here inside of blue, one maybe on the doorway to pillar, and maybe you want to place one top freezer, but I don't know, it doesn't look like they're extending too much into a top floor hold just yet. Sandals, yes, he's up there reinforcing, but I don't think this operator lineup is very conducive to a top floor hold. Yes, they're reinforcing the hatch, so that's telling me it's not going to be as much of a top floor hold. Yes, Sandals, he's on the vigil. It's an operator that traditionally you go for these aggressive engagements, but he might just be the lone roamer left with the task in hand, as Looks like he might go for a very cheeky run out. I haven't seen one of these in quite a long time.
Yeah, let's have a look. I mean, what better gun to have in hand?
Aw.
Well, nobody spawned towards the western map, as it looks like it's been an all construction spawn for the attackers, and looks to be that they're going to be taking tower and down in towards the blue bunker. You can see that the drones are already being dealt with. Dr. Dropshot actually going to be posted up on the smoke, which is quite interesting. So not going to play that super aggressive roaming role, but instead going to play the super aggressive anchor role. He's going for very cheeky picks here with that SMG 11 in hand. Gets another drone, and Hunty holding the cross angle to support his anchor. Sandals rotating now down the main stage. He's going to move all the way through to meeting. He's going to run.
He sees the red dot.
Nearly. Does he?
Yes.
Yep, there it is.
He
He's
knows.
The pre-fight. Yeah.
That's why you don't play a red dot, ladies and gentlemen. It gives away your position in crucial times like those. Yes, Hunty has fallen, so the pressure coming out from Split is not as much, but the smoke cannon is just getting ripped. The C4, oh, no C4, sorry, the SMG 11 might just connect, but Sandals with the SMG 12 and the K1A finalizes it out. And the Aruni gate reactivated.
3 players just looking at the... This is not ideal. I mean... Sandals, K1A, the R4C of the defenders?
I don't know about that one, but Dr. Dropshot finds another, as it's just Newek, and surely an impromptu tactical timeout, but it looks like he's feeling himself. 1v3, the diffuser's dropped inside of blue, he's on around 30 HP, not a lot of utility, no drones left for himself, so this is almost an impossible feat as he chops down the hatch, but there's still an Aruni gate and an M590 shotgun to worry about, and in the end, Omnius Gaming once again shut down Runshark White and confirm that they never will be in the lead.
Well, let's hope it's... yeah, I was going to make a quip saying that he's feeling himself in this 1 versus 3, but he's going 3 and 5, so not the most ideal stats to be left in a clutch situation, but he would have been able to even things out at least for himself. Round number 8, we will be going to double dorms, and the Echo will actually get picked up along with the Frost, so we will, and the Wamai. So we actually have a lot of variation now in this opera lineup. There will be a 6th pick, of course, courtesy of Sandals, aka Pluckies, waiting for him to pick it up, and it will be the bandit. They will have a mute or some sort of wall denial for that closet wall, which is not surprising. Really enjoying the new Frost meta that we find ourselves in. Obviously, bringing that 9mm with the 1.5 times, bringing the shield, bringing the secondary shotgun, and of course, bringing that indecision on when it is okay to jump through a window. Ergo will get this roll. He will be designated Frost for the round. And Kaiko picking up the Wamai, so double stacking the throwable denial. Now, if we consider the throwables that are being brought by the attacking team, we do have 3 flashbangs and, of course, 4 smoke grenades as well. So the magnets and ADSs will be put to work, you would imagine, should these operators manage to stay alive. Very interesting adaptation. We've actually got an extension into closet with a shield. Now, this is not something we see very often. Meat jammers to support whoever will be playing close up on that shield. And another shield being played towards the master bedroom. Tell me what you think about this. I quite like this adaptation.
Yeah, I mean, especially the Frost being brought as well. You could place that out onto the main window. But I don't know. It just seems like the box standard setup. I don't know.
I mean, I personally, I don't see much extension into closet with a shield being played there. Usually that's completely reinforced and just, standard mute jammers or banded batteries in place. So I'm keen to see how long Ergo will be able to stay here. I'm also quite skeptical on how long Kaiko will be allowed to play on the shield inside of Trophy, as that, I think that angle can be gotten from the window just outside on the top of main stairs.
Quite strange. I thought he would play this quite similar to where you play Blue Bunker, where you rotate off of it, but no, he full sticks it, and now finally, yes, they're going to play it like Blue Bunker and reinforce it off. So I guess it's more traditional than we might imagine. It's just new to see that type of strategy being utilized on that specific angle. Finds one in the prone position, a very nice shot, but one of their teammates is injured. He needs to capitalize onto it, onto the mute. But the mute does not go down. Sandals finds 2 Ergo to collect as well, and Suddenly, 5-3 on the scorecard. They need 2 more if they want to win this out.
How does he win that? I don't I don't understand. He could have pre-fired with that F90. It doesn't have the most bullets in the world, but it would have been more than enough to do the job as he tagged him as he crossed over. There was also an injured player in the corner. He could have netted a neat double for himself, but it was not to be the case as the mute just gave him a second look with that SMG-11 and shuts him down. Wow, what a performance. On this side swap, it's been all OG so far. Kitchen and dining hall will be our next point of contention or site of contention. Though Dr. Dropshot will stick the warden, which is quite interesting. Although there is nobody on the I suppose that he can look through the smokes. I was thinking strictly flashbangs, but I suppose he can see through smokes. Thermite bringing flashbangs as well. That's quite interesting. Look at the utility stack up on the attackers. You've got 3 flashes, 2 smokes, and 9 breach charges. Now that makes a lot of sense technically because you can go into dorms and you can open up above the bomb site, above kitchen and whatnot, and also even inside of dining. So it makes a lot of sense to bring 9 breaching rounds, although I think 6 would have done the trick, given that you also have Ash's breaching rounds and you have the impact from the Zofia. But let's have a look at. I'm gonna put this to you now. How many breach charges get used?
1.
We have 9 on the board. 1.
At most. I'm sorry. I just don't see people really using breach charges. Maybe on the vertical angles, but really, I just don't know because. Like we said, you've got the Ash, you've got the Zofia, and you've even got the Thermite, who traditionally would use his exothermic here to open up this wall, use it on the vertical angle. If you don't know how this works, it's quite a complicated thermite trick, but basically when it's placed on this vertical here, you see the wall is right down below it, so it opens up this wall even if it's placed on the top floor. But Patat taking a bit of damage. He's on the bomb site. How? He finds another. The Aruni to fall. There's a Maestro on the other side. He literally sees the muzzle flash, but he finds the triple. He's on the bomb site. He's looking for the quad. He's looking for the ace if he can find him. But no, Runshark white and especially Patat. Wow.
Newark, why'd you have to go and do him like that? He just walked through. Was that gate deactivated or did he just walk through it just for funsies?
I'm pulling up the replay right now. I was a bit late to catch that. He literally walked through meeting side into the doorway, finds 2, finds 3, finds 4 for good measure, as he literally won them that round.
That was incredible. He was like, you know what? I'm done playing around here. I'm gonna walk. I bet they haven't set up. I bet there's a player upstairs still reinforcing the hatch, which was the case at the time. He was just allowed to walk through Oregon, shows his hall pass. He's like, cool, I'm going to head over to the cafeteria and I'm just grab some food. On the way through, I'll collect 4 scalps and just carry my team through the round. But that should have shocked OG to a certain extent, you would imagine, as they've not opted to repeat the bomb side. They're instead going to go downstairs as their 3 side rotation is coming into effect now, and they are extending again. Pretty standard stuff here. I don't expect to see any sort of changes here. They've been playing quite successfully in terms of their utility setup, their player setup to where everyone is holding. So yeah, I don't expect any sort of change. Ergo trying to collect his Styria gates, but it does not seem to be the case. He's going to be reinforcing this as well. They've got the standard angles. And now you've got Kaiko with a proned angle on the freezer stairs, looking for some toes, waiting for a cheeky rotate. And what?
Yikes. Dr. Dropshot in the chat saying, Sos, I believe he used the M590 to open up this angle from freezer and just shot out.
He just shoots the Goya shield.
Yeah.
Oh no. That is unfortunate, but we'll see if that comes to play a part later on. Newick will kick us off once more, getting sandals off the board. That is the vigil, so that's not a lot of utility loss. That is just player designated to waste as much time as possible. Surely not. You don't just walk. Can you just carry the ring to mortal though?
Your mic completely cut out the last 5 seconds, so just run it back.
That's fantastic. What I said was he can't surely just sites. Frodo wasn't allowed to just walk into Mordor. But who knows? It will be the Ash to try and cause as much havoc as possible. Kaiko still playing on the freezer stairs, will try and take an aggressive gunfight. Does not get the kill, but you know who does get the kill is Greedy, as he finishes off Kaiko's job for him. Ergo will get 1 minute. Fox 3v2 with a minute 40 left on the clock. Ash getting very aggressive. Greedy still trying to move up through the freezer. Dr. Dropshot will clean up onto It's Potato, who was already low on HP. I think Greedy posted up behind the cement blocks looking through, but I think his position is known as the Really does attempt to pre-fire. There is the cheeky pick as she runs past, gets lit up, but unfortunately will not get disposed of just yet.
He is baiting out the peak with the punch, but finally he finds the kill. Now, though, there's still one to worry about, and Laundry, this is looking doable. He has the diffuser, yes, is on low HP, and Smoke Canister might finalize it, but he still has a minute left. He's in a 1v2. It's a hard ask, yes, but he has the yellow ping. I don't know where that intel came from, but eventually it's Dr. Dropshot. He doesn't lose those. They're on match point, 6 and 4. They are on the brink of heading to the lower bracket finals and facing off against ATK.
Match point, map point. Exactly where OG want to be, but not to discredit Runshark wide too much. And I do believe I have seen signs of hope. The thing is, they're going to have to win 2 more on the trot, which has not been easy for them. And they're going to have to be fighting some mental battles here. The captain says some inspiring words, have to recite the speech that he's got prepped for his team as we go to double dorms. Frost again in play along with the Mai and the Aruni, and a pretty stock standard setup coming out from the attack. A 6-pick from Owamai onto Owamai from Kaiko. Easy pulling the fastest strats out. No, it'll be a Goyo in opting to for that fiery denial as opposed to the throwable rejection of those magnets.
If you're just joining us and you don't know what's going on, and you don't really know how Siege's win parameters work, OG are on match point. They need to win one of the next 2 rounds to finalize this and defeat Runshark White to head into the lower bracket finals versus ATK later tonight at 6. This is it. This is what it all comes down to. And once again, they play the rotation, and once again the Goya Shield gets popped. Dr. Dropshot, please, man.
10 seconds to go.
I'm sure he's trolling.
I really think he is trolling. Or as he calls it, sauce.
Yeah. There's just full sauce he's deploying. And let's have a look here. Hunty gonna put some barbed wire stairs. He's gonna look to rotate. Those Surya gates are up. His job is just about done. Now it's all about delaying Runshark White for as long as possible and playing this out. Sandals takes a lot of damage early on as he likely goes for a spawn pick, which is, yep, that seems to be the case. Gets a drone, and it's Pratab looking for these aggressive entries. Will deal with whatever utility is placed inside of the attic, and his job is just about done. Now it's all about frag finding for him. He's going to likely push up White Stairs very soon. Delphox still prime outside the window into classroom. Going to be dealing with perhaps that shield from below, but the double angles are being watched. And look at this angle from Ergo. Does he get the pick?
He does. That is incredible, because that's the Zofia off the board, the one player that was literally put there to deal with him. Now the ace is forced to back off. He just can't push into master bedroom anymore. Newek, though, does find one. That's onto Kaiko, so a lot of pressure alleviated now on the attic side, but Blackstone finds another. It's all falling apart. Dr. Dropshot tries to see what he can do to delay the inevitable, but it really looks like their defense is starting to falter. Spraying on through from the main stairs, it's the Ash trying to find even more, looking for the vertical, trying to find the player that he just had the engagement with, but this is where we really will see whether the storyline that's been coming through of the hero plays is going to be the saving grace for Omnius Gaming. It saved them so many times previously. Looking for the Ash, the C9 just can't connect in the end. But the Frost Mat kill, the Bog Mat coming through, it's just the Ash left. Oh my, it's just Patat down below the R4C in hand, yes, but he doesn't have the diffuser. He's looking for more, but he just is in one of the worst predicaments you could ever find yourself in. It's Omnius Gaming staring down the barrel of A match later tonight versus ATK. It's Patat does Patat things as he sprays on through. He's looking for the rush strat as he has so many times previously. Gives away his position with the R4C, the spray coming through, but he finds the smoke, and no, it's not going to be OG confirming their ticket. It's Runshark White keeping the fight going.
Fantastic heads up play there from the Ash. I had to commend the movement of OG. They were trying moving so that they pinned down, but the Ash threw out the idea of just waiting by on the white stairs. He said, let me take matters into my own hands, gets super aggressive, pushes all the way through, and the movement and sounds likely throwing off those last remaining defenders. The pre-fires were coming out, and it was just all aim, no brain between those two players, and who better to win it out than it's Patat, showing up this map with that R4C and going 15-8. Incredible statistics being put up there by himself and Dr. Dropshot, both vying for the top spot across both of their teams. Now we are one round off of overtime. OG, of course, are still on map and match point. They will go back to double dorms. And what needs to be done differently here for them? Aside from maybe just avoiding frost mats?
Aside from maybe just not shooting out Kaiko's deployable shields?
Facts. That is actually
watch him just place it up the other way around just so Dr. Dropshot doesn't shoot it up. It's still placed the same way, but these
is the rotate open? Is the rotate already been okay? We should be fine.
I'm gonna wait. Did I hope I capped that. No, I forgot to hit the replay button. Anyway, what can I say? The pog mats.
The pog mats. Yes, we love to see it. And that just justifiably bringing the frost. I mean, like I said, you either look down at the frost mat to shoot it out, or you look up at the player ready to shoot you out. And this time, the frost mat claimed the life. Nevek has his... Ooh, I think is there a vigil in T3?
Nope.
No. What
it was his teammate shooting out the window.
Oh, I was about to say, did you see that little shimmer? I was very confused. Dr. Dropshot may have just won the game.
Oh, wow.
For his team. He removes Patat from the server on
and he's gone.
Entry.
They don't know where he is. He's completely moved off. There's no refrag.
The roaming smoke coming to fruition here. That is incredibly unfortunate there. Patat was the lucky charm, I feel, in those previous rounds, and now that he has eaten dirt, life is going to become all the more tougher for Runshark White. They have opened up Attic now, so there is at least 1 point open up, but look who's already rotated up there behind the Goya shield. It is Dropshot, and the Goya shield is, of course, dealt with quite swiftly. He's
surely he doesn't jump out.
Attic and... No.
Come on,
no.
Monkey?
Don't. No.
Monkey. I believe in the monkey. I believe in the monkey strat.
This isn't a zoo. This isn't a zoo. We're not watching monkeys. What? I can't. I'm done.
That just won them the game. That is it. I'm sorry, there's no way to clutch this back. Sandals coming up from the bottom of tower stairs. He's looking for the SMG-11 kill. He whips on it just a tiny bit, but eventually they find the kill. It's just Newek, and the last round was delaying the inevitable. Dr. Dropshot on the triple with that incredible smoke bang. It is not looking good.
I would like comms.
I want comms.
Omni Gaming, if you recorded your voice comms, please submit it to us. I would love to hear the surprise. I assume the surprise. Dropshot gets aggressive on the window. He sacrifices himself so that Sandals can live. And GGs are called in chat. Omni Gaming on towards the lower bracket final versus ATK later today. An absolutely phenomenal performance from them across these two maps. And who else to be your most valuable player than the man going 18-6 himself? A 3.0 KD. Dr. Dropshot, take a bow. Omnius Gaming, take a bow. And credit where credit is due to Runshark White. They put up a phenomenal fight this map around, but it wasn't to be the case. OG take it all the way over two maps.
It was incredible to witness OG. They win it out. Here's your winning roster. Dr. Dropshot solidly at the helm of this team, carrying them through, sometimes at some points dragging them through, quite literally. In the end, though, I gotta give it to them. That was clean.
That was incredibly clean. As I said, my prediction, at least I'm 1 for 1 with that, at least, you know, getting that 2-0 in the bag. If I were to ask you, speculate now, OG versus ATK.
Ooh.
Ooh, what do you
See,
think there?
the thing
ATK
is-
maybe nursing their wounds from Bravado Gaming?
See, the thing is, I really think OG have a chance, but I so want the storyline of them coming back into the grand finals and having another shot at beating Bravado. That would just be the ultimate storyline here for these two teams, but I really think OG have a chance. I would not count them out by any metric. These guys have just proved in this game that when they get fired up, they can show it to any team. I'm looking forward to 6 p.m.'s game, ATK versus Omnius Gaming. I'm really excited to see you guys there.
Yeah, and if there's nothing else from you, I think we are just about ready to wrap up this cast. What a phenomenal game. I'm glad we got to bring it to you. And just a taste of things to come for the rest of this weekend. Of course, we do have that match tonight, which I will be tuning into. I don't know about you. We'll be in the chat.
I mean, I'm going to be observing and producing it, so.
Oh snap! I will be in chat. I'll be modding out there. You know. But again, once more, GG well played to Omnius Gaming. GG well played to Runshark White. But they will have to bow out of the tournament at this point. OG, move on to our game later this evening. But for me, I'm King Luther. I am signing out. Kanye, anything from you?
Thank you so much, guys, for joining. It has been a fun one, but that's me, and that's Luther. Thank you so much, boys. Cheers.
Cheers.